and welcome to another episode of Digital Dialogues powered by CXO Digital Pulse. In today's episode, we will be talking about diversity and inclusion in technology with a special focus on women in STEM fields. In the talk, we will highlight how both systemic and organizational factors come together, which prevent women from entering into STEM fields, and how organizations can adopt simple yet very powerful practices to ensure a healthy and gender inclusive talent pipeline to ensure that there is equitable opportunity for women to enter into the STEM workforce. At the same time, we will also discuss some of the practices which organizations across the globe have been adopting to not only recruit more women, but to ensure that there is a steady succession pipeline of women in STEM fields by retaining and nurturing the talent they have within the organization. And for this discussion, we have with us Ms. Sanghamitra Pyne, Head IT Generation, CESC Ventures RPSG Group.
Welcome to CXO Digital Pulse, Digital Dialogues on the front. Thank you. So, as a woman role model at the women STEM, we thought that, we could talk about the diversity, challenges, opportunities, and priorities for formalization, that how the way forward to that. So, my first question to you would be, what are the main factors which are contributing to a lack of gender diversity in the tech industry? See, as I see it, I myself am an engineer by training, and I also work in an engineering company, which is predominantly male-oriented. I see two factors. One's on the education level. See, traditionally and societally, I still see that, women, and I think this is not only confined to India, women are sometimes by virtue of their family compulsions, more oriented towards either the softer sciences or humanities rather than the STEM field. Because I know for a fact that the myth of women not being good in maths or thing is a myth. So it's either a society feeling that, it's not a necessity for education translating into work, or the economic of the family, where they have a son, they are pushing with something that people required as the daughter is, getting either into a literary or something area which doesn't translate into technical. The other is, recruitment. There, that comes somewhat from the lack of women, and again, a degree of bias which could be either input or it could be unconscious. Maybe we can talk about this later in depth, but I see these two things coming into the entry level. And then gradually another thing comes in, and I think women also need to figure out what to do. Is as you move after that, taking the onus of, again, their societal or familial responsibilities, which cannot be avoided. Thing is how to roll out, because it's no point, getting to a technical goal and then not being able to really fulfill the potential. That is another area which I think, and that is not only out of the organization itself, the women technical people also need to figure out, and it's not an easy path, and they need to figure out how to get there. So, thank you, Sanghamitra, for this. So, as I understand, you're saying that one is a systemic problem of AI, while other is in terms of recruitment. Right. If you could focus a little on the second one, and if you could just share a few strategies that companies can, adopt to create a more diverse pipeline of candidates. Yeah, okay. There's two things here. If I talk of the technical industry, it is undeniable that we need skill. Okay, we need skill. So we can say that let's have a 50% diversity hire. That's okay. But either there will have to be a skill program which goes on to bring the equity part coming in to make it more equitable. So if there is a diversity hire factor which comes in, you cannot expect the organization to bring in unskilled women, right? So they will either have to be trained. So there comes the education part, the colleges, universities playing a big role to, bring out the talented women into the workforce. And maybe, organizations working with the educational institutes to foster this kind of pre-skilled workforce, because it is very difficult to have a resource on board and then spend a lot of time in trying to skill that person. I am looking at it from an organizational viewpoint. Even if I say that, and as a woman leader, I have made it a thing, but I have also made sure that merit-wise, they should merit it. Yeah, given the merit but on tape. Yes. And it's in very rarest of rare when I'm seen an underprivileged background, then, that is where you need to give them a bit of a step up. Some amount of, reworking, because they have unfortunately been in a situation where they couldn't. But you see that spark and you miss that girl or that woman, come into for. So that's another area but that is more of an exception, because you can't do much more of that. You're compromising your business. So then that maybe me a little bit unfair to merit.
Absolutely. So, thank you so much for that. Taking you from a point that you shared on unconscious bias. So, it's been observed that there is an unconscious bias that creeps in at the recruitment as well as in their entire life cycle of promotions and opportunities. So, how can organizations combat that?
Organizations are really, I think, trying, especially corporate government, high the work both in the government and corporate work. Government is, I think, a bit of a forerunner here, because maybe, we've been found a kind of a security in the government sector, so they've been recruited by the government, which has anyway some kind of, if you call it reservation, or if you call it a kind of diversity embedded. So that government has, I think, quite a good technical women force on board. I've seen it from personal experience. Corporates we have opened up. There is diversity. My whole department is now at almost 28% women, and when I joined, I was one of 5 in the entire organization, not only IT. So I was one of the 5 engineers in an engineering company. So recruitment, yes, definitely has picked up already, and I think most companies are looking at it. But the other part, is the promotional pipeline. Here, I think 2 types of bias keep coming to me. There is an unconscious bias. There is a conscious differentiation, where I found this. It's interesting. I don't know if it's again a gender thing, and a degree of networking, a degree of informal time that a worker has to give to an organization or the people to reach there, if you know what I'm talking about. Right. So what here, the after office, club, hanging out in the club, that also plays a role in decision making, where few peers come up for appraisal to next post. Another boss will connect something to decide big thing. Tell me, and that's what. No matter possibly misses out somewhere. And the other part is, as I mentioned, if there is intense amount of family or other responsibilities, it could be that she herself has to take the decision on not taking longer hours or travel. That needs sometimes not that degree of differentiation. So organizations need to really keep merit HCR, at the forefront, rather than this kind of, also back channeling. See, that's necessary to a degree. Women should also understand it. But there's also this unhealthy portion of it, which I think the more you have women leaders, it gets easier for the way down the line to, get that seat to rise. Okay. So, and there are organizations which have great examples of, really fostering women. Banks, some of the banks. You've noticed the leadership profile, and you understand there have been leaders who's really made it happen.
This is the leadership profile and the culture that the nice. So coming to the last side of the interview, in terms of leadership, I just want to understand how can diversity in leadership contribute to better decision making and ultimately long-term stability?
Yes, it does help, like now we are aware that there should be at least one woman director of the board of it, and that is not only for, just have a woman there for diversity. It makes a lot of difference in, the way a situation is thought about. There are certain mindsets which a woman thinks are more, not only in terms of empathy or their meticulousness or final points, the different angle to people's situation, or I've seen merger acquisitions especially, that those have financial aspects, those have people aspects. Women bankers, obviously, I find that they do it exceptionally well. When you go to politics or things like that, again, if you see India has a large number of women politics, you will notice when they are not actually talking about only politics, but they make a difference. So, it does help. And the other big thing that I see in the culture of women-centric leadership, the women at the, grassroots, the women, the middle management, they get the role model out there that, we can reach there. And that's a motivation. And that is also, if you are accessible as a woman leader to your workforce, the men also get the comfort of, getting that, a woman leader is something. Like here, Indian society is a bit of a dichotomy. We have women leaders in politics. Maybe in the eastern part, women are quite vocal, and then on decision making is a lot easier for them, but not in many other parts. So bringing a woman into a leadership does a lot, not only for the organization, but I think also for the societal framework of those who are working out there. They probably go back home and become better with their, the females in their family.
Absolutely. I think an organization is a microcosm of it. That's
Absolutely.
Great. Thank you so much, Ms. Sanghamitra. It was lovely chatting with you, and thank you so much for all the insights.
Thank you.
And hopefully towards the 50-50, in society, in education, and in the organization.
And I think, in a non-confrontational way. So sometimes that becomes, again, a mistake to take it in a confrontational. My experience in life has been that the confrontation, when it's necessary, it's necessary. If there's an injustice being done, but just for the sake of it or to get a point across, it's not necessary.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Handshake,
Briefly.